Considered blowing up my entire YouTube channel and starting from scratch, including my Instagram page. And I jumped onto a niche masterclass. First class was last night. It's a three-part series. And this particular mentor who is busy facilitating this niche class did the same thing. She blew up her original Instagram account where she had over, I think it was around like 10,000 followers. And it was because she had changed so much and people were still viewing her as that particular person who she was a year ago or 2 years ago. That was the only thing that she could think of at the time. She said it was a massive risk, but it was resonated with her. And I looked at that. And then when I went back onto my YouTube channel last night, I was busy looking at all the earlier vlogs and just having this awareness and acknowledgement for where I started. When my channel name was first Keep It Conscious, because that is my social media tags on X and on Instagram, just obviously different formats. And it really is because that was when I first started. I wanted to empower people to be more conscious and more aware and more awake in their lives, because I'm here to awaken people from the dream spell. Not the easiest earth mission to tackle. And I know I'm not the only one who chose that earth mission. I'm sure back then it was like, that'll be easy. It'll be so easy to plant seeds of awareness and consciousness. People will get it. They're like, really will get it. And then you come here and you realize with all the veils of illusion and separation and all of the 3D programming, it takes a while for people to get it when they get it, and to see it when they see it, and to hear it when they hear it. And it was just so amazing just seeing that person of where I started way back when with all the videos, and where I've sort of found my groove, and still finding the places where I can speak my truth, even if my voice shakes, say what I want to say, that's been channeled through divine spirit and the benevolent divine spirit, and just having this awareness. So for those of you who may have been around my channel for a while, you will know change is constant with me. So keep it conscious, living consciously with MC, the quantum hippie is all the same energy, all the same person. And I resonated so much with the quantum hippie because it was something that I was called on another YouTube channel that I appeared on as a guest, as a mindset coach. And one of the viewers had just said, MC, the quantum hippie, because of the conversations that we were having. And that is it. If any, like that just was just such a beautiful description of like tapping into the quantum field of infinite possibilities. Because when you are with me one-on-one, the depths of conversations that we can go to when I know that this space is safe, there are rabbit holes of consciousness that we can dive into that most people aren't even aware that that's the type of conversation that I would be into, or that I live, the life that I live, the reality that I live, the fact that I walk within two worlds. And so I had managed to like sort of tap into that a little bit. And I am very much a hippie, flower child, flower power. Probably should have been born in the 60s, but was born in the late 70s. Seeing the world through rose tinted glasses until those rose tinted glasses were like, oh, okay, so that's 5D. Let me just take those glasses off and see what 3D actually is. Awaken myself and be like, oh, okay, people need to know what's going on. And if they get it, they get it. And if they don't, they don't. So that's the reason quantum hippie, new energy. And it's so much easier than burning down everything that you've created. And I know the rebirth energy with the Phoenix rising is that rebirth of energy. And sometimes, if it is required, a brand new clean slate is what people choose. And that's more than okay. Sometimes you just choose to take what you've already created, you add on it, and then you also you leave it there as a reminder of like how far you've come, how much you've expanded, how much you have grown. And it's such that beautiful gauging thing. It's like, keeping old pictures of when you transformed your body and your body used to be this and then now it's this, and all of those things. It's just that beautiful acknowledgement of who you were in your journey, all the different phases. And the one thing that I want to bring to today's vlog was the attention around money and the currency, because I mean, money is just a tool. Money is a currency. And how different would your life be if you knew that the future currency was your karma? In terms of karma, the universal law of cause and effect, karma is positive and negative. In every second, you are emitting a frequency, an energy, a vibration. Energy is our main currency. And that is why our future currency, when the world starts shifting and changing, that is how we are going to be able to attract and pull things in our world. Is like, what karma were you creating? What energy were you creating? What frequency were you holding? What vibration were you sending out into the world? And now this is across the board. For those of you who may not know, I choose a plant-based lifestyle. In 2016, I got the very loud message that my body was done with animal products, that my soul was done with animal products. And it was more the fact that I love it when people say, oh, but it's organic and it's free range. These animals are roaming free. They're being fed, they're being nurtured. Slaughter is still slaughter. Whether you're doing the slaughter or whether someone else is doing the slaughter, slaughter is blood sacrifice, pure and simple. And I know that this impacts my energy in terms of what I emit out into the world. If I'm consuming animal products and this blood sacrifice and this, I can't even begin to imagine what these animals go through, what these sentient beings go through when they are slaughtered. That energy still sits there. And yes, you can violet flame it and you can bring some positive energy into it. That the way things are being done now is very, very different from when they were done a very, 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 very long time ago. And the future is vegan. The future is plant-based. The future is looking where we can get minerals from supplementation, and also taking this awareness away from food and the way that we're so addicted to food and the way we consume food. I mean, we really do consume way too much, whether it is our food, whether it's the stuff that we see on social media, all of those things. I mean, there's a lot of consumption, there's a lot of distraction, there's a lot of addiction on so many levels. And this is important just to bring into your awareness, because your energy is your currency, which is why your energy is going to be your karma, what you're creating into the world. And very much tying into that Egyptian fable of when you pass, Mart was there to actually weigh your heart against a feather. We know that we are heart-led, we are soul-led, that when you're tapping into heart coherence, you live a very, very different life. You are kinder to yourself, you are gentler to yourself, and because of that, you are kinder and more gentle to the people around you. You're also a lot more mindful of the energy and the people that you invite into your world, because you know that that actually influences your energy positively or negatively. So you're so much more mindful about the things that you watch, about, what conversations you have, the books you read, the people that you entertain, or the people that you please. And I know that as one of the cycles and programs that I am still busy breaking is this people pleasing. Doing things out of obligation, which is such a 3D programming on so many different levels. And for some people, they're going to think that you're arrogant, that you're this, that you're that, you just cut them out your life. In the meantime, you are just actually really looking after your energetic field and just recognizing that your energy is your currency. And you're looking after your future self and the future state of whatever that may look like. And yes, I do have the sense that it's going to look very galactical. We know that there's contact coming. And I mean, they've been here. The extra dimensional beings have been here for a very long time. They hide in plain sight. They reveal themselves to people who are ready to see them, who are not frightened, who are not sitting in fear base, whose energies are actually heightened and elevated so that they can receive this communication with extra dimensional beings. And yes, we are going to be part of the Galactic Council once more, because Earth was always part of the Galactic Alliance, always, until things went a little pear-shaped. And the Draco Reptilians decided to come in and do their thing to Earth and create the 3D reality and all of that stuff, which so many of you will probably be aware of. And if you're new to that, welcome to the many, many rabbit holes of deep consciousness that you can sort of enter. And do yourself a favor, watch The Matrix a good couple of times, 1, 2, and 3. Don't even bother with 4. They lost the plot there. It was very different. 1, 2, and 3. And just watch it as if you're watching a documentary, because there are clues and there are metaphors that sit there that just allow you to awaken even more to what actually is occurring, and how very much so your point of view creates your reality. And when you're harnessing that point of view and you're really harnessing where you direct your energy and where you direct your focus, you are going to create this third dimensional reality. And you're going to create something very, very different in your life. And that is what we are ultimately here for: our spiritual evolution, our spiritual expansion. It is very much remembering who we are, awakening to that fact, because only then can your life change, when you actually are fully awake to who you actually are. what you belong to in terms of the benevolent divine consciousness energy. You're not separate from that. You never have been. You've always been part of that. You're here to have an experience so that you can remember that. Go through the veil of amnesia and start shifting and changing things for the greater good, for the highest well-being of you and the collective. And that is why there's all these different shifts that are going to happen within the earth realm. They already are happening. People already live in very, very different realities. Two people can be sitting right next door to each other and have completely different realities, because one is plugged into 3D, maybe still consuming animal products, maybe have very dense energy, and then another person who is plant-based, higher consciousness, and just shifting in a completely different way. And I mean, I know there are so many spiritual people who tell you eating meat is okay. They're probably the same spiritual people who told you it was okay to get a jab way back when. Yeah, we know how that turns out. So it's just using discernment. It is so important to bring in discernment right now in your awakening journey. And more importantly, to remember that your energy is your currency. And if the future currency is karma, what karma are you busy creating? And it is very easy to shift and change that in this now moment, because in this now moment, you can change the trajectory of your life by making different choices, which will result in a change within your life, because you can just automatically like, that's it. I'm changing it. I'm changing it right now. I'm not waiting for later. I'm not waiting for tomorrow. If I am aware that my energy is my currency and that my karma is going to be my currency in the future, and someone is going to say to me, well, you kind of did a lot of like negative karma, you created all of this. So therefore you aren't going to really receive much, and it's not personal. Everything is energy. Everything is vibration. Everything is frequency, and when ego is dissipated, your soul will be able to recognize like, wow, so when I wasn't aware and when I wasn't conscious, these were the things I created. And this is the outcome of it, the result, because law of cause and effect is law of cause and effect. It's not personal. It's just energy. It is just frequency. It is just vibration. So if you start creating positive karma for yourself, and you are holding a positive energy field, you are actually filling your physical body and physical avatar with positive light energy. That is the currency that you are going to be able to tap into. And then you're going to have a far greater choice being given to you in terms of what you can create going forward. Even though we are offered a menu of infinite choices and infinite possibilities, they, though, will always be in vibrational alignment with where your energy is at. That is why it's so important. And we get told through so many spiritual teachings, be mindful of your energy, be mindful of what frequency you are holding, because that frequency is going to emit a vibration. And that is the experiences that you are going to attract. Those experiences are going to match your vibration, which is all within your soul contract. There are so many sort of like small prints within that soul contract. However, everything is very simplified, and everything is energy, everything is frequency, everything is vibration. So what can you choose differently today that will create a different energy within your world, so that your energy, when it becomes your currency, is in your favor? And that's the only thing that I actually just wanted you to take away from this particular vlog. Your energy is your currency. What future currency are you creating for yourself through your energy, frequency, and vibration?